This is QTV News. I am Marietu Sidibe and thanks for joining us. First, the main local, business and international news headlines. In local news, President Barrow on Friday received in audience the U.S. ambassador to the Gambia and also the top brass of the University of The Gambia. Promoting mechanized farming, the Ministry of Agriculture gives farming implements to 15 communities in the Central River region. 8 new tractors worth $51 million is commissioned by the Gambia Ports Authority. A fire victim whose 3-year, 7-month-old child suffocated and died of smoke inhalation gets financial support from a UK-based Gambian organization. In international news, the Arab League rejects Donald Trump's Israeli-Palestinian peace plan, saying the plan would not lead to a just deal for both sides. And now, the local news in detail. President Barrow on Friday received in audience the U.S. ambassador to the Gambia, Richard Carlton Paschal, during which the two discussed critical issues of mutual concern to the two governments and peoples. As Dalasis reports, the top brass of the UTG also met President Barrow for a pre-convocation meeting.
The meeting between President Barrow and Ambassador Paschal was another opportunity to advance Banjul-Washington relationship, promote the ideas of accountability, transparency and justice in various aspects of events and important transition processes that are going on in the Gambia. Speaking to the press after a closed-door audience, Ambassador Paschal said the discussions also touched on steps being taken to address human trafficking in the Gambia.
We did discuss the reasons for the pause in development of the MCC threshold program. That was due to the determination that the government of the Gambia was not making progress towards combating trafficking in persons and the exploitation of persons. I did flag for him our appreciation for his public statements and vocal support for addressing those areas that we had identified needed to be tackled. He has made a very firm commitment to ensuring that the government does so. Most recently, obviously, with the tragedy in the boat incident in Mauritania, and we do appreciate that. The government has been very responsive to getting us information. In fact, just this week we received an updated report from the government. We're currently analyzing that, and we are hopeful that in particular with completion of some prosecutions of some trafficking cases that are currently pending in the courts, that would send a clear signal that trafficking in persons, the exploitation of persons, will not be accepted here in the Gambia, and that the government of the Gambia will take all measures under the rule of law and consistent with the law to make improvements in this area. I think it's important to ensure that the rule of law is abided by. It's important for the citizens of the Gambia to have confidence in their government, that they will be treated equitably in the court of law, equitably under the law, and that their freedoms of expression, the right to express their opinions, is respected by the government.
President Barrow during the meeting stressed his government's commitment to promote democratic values, including the independence of the judiciary, freedom of expression, and respect for the rule of law. He maintained that the non-interference with the judiciary entrenches the rule of law that all citizens will equally enjoy. In a similar but different engagement at the presidency, the top brass of the University of the Gambia, led by Vice-Chancellor Professor Fakir Anjum, also met their Chancellor for a pre-convocation meeting.
This meeting was arranged to discuss our arrangements for the convocation ceremony. So we briefed His Excellency the President about the program of the day. So he was very kind to provide us opportunity and to discuss the problems relating to the UTG, and also he is very kind. He is always supportive, and this was a tradition that always we had a pre-convocation meeting with His Excellency the President. So we had discussed all the arrangements to be made for the convocation of the ceremony.
The University of the Gambia will hold its 12th convocation on 8 February at QCT in Bigelow, where hundreds are expected to graduate with different degrees. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Sise.
The government of the Gambia, through the Ministry of Agriculture, has distributed farm machineries to 15 farming communities in the Central River region. QTV's Momodu Lamin Choi witnessed the occasion, and this is his report.
The farm machineries are expected to support farmers in the Central River region in crop production. Known for its large farming community, especially in rice production, mechanized farming is a necessity for these farmers in Sierra South to produce crops with quality and quantity. While the ministry says this is government's fulfillment of its promise to farmers, beneficiaries are excited with the support. The Minister of Agriculture, Ami Fabre, hopes that the farming tools will help reduce farmers' labor for improved crop production. Minister Fabre looks forward to more agricultural projects by government to boost rice production in the Gambia.
At the moment, we are trying to get more projects so that at least we can improve agricultural production and the productivity. And we promise, come next year, before end of 2021, I'm trying hard so that with all the ministry staff and even the farmers, so that at least if it is 100%, we can be 50% self-sufficient in rice production. That's why we are pushing all this equipment.
The governor of the Central River region is with the ministry's delegation to preside over the handing over of the farm machines. Governor Abbas Sanyang believes that mechanized farming is the way forward to high crop production, adding that providing farmers with such agricultural equipment is timely. Governor Sanyang also expresses that rural-urban migration has been high in his region, and that supporting farmers with labor-saving machines can motivate them to stay and engage in crop production.
I think the implements or the farm tools that have been given to the people at this time is the right time for it, particularly in CRR, because we are fastly approaching it's in the dry season though, but we have what is called the irrigational type or the tidal rice cultivation, and we're definitely going into that season in a couple of weeks. So the pumping machines will do a great deal. The power tillers, the same thing, and transplanters and any other machines that they supply is definitely at the right time, and they will be utilized throughout the year.
The farming implements distributed to the farmers include power tillers, milling machines, rice threshers, pumping machines, and tarpaulins. The implements were donated to the Gambia government by the government of Japan. The Director General of the Department of Agriculture says the ministry is in the process of distributing such farm tools to over 90 farming communities in all regions of the country. Farmers' demand for easy access to regular and affordable fertilizers is high in the Gambia. The Director General of Agriculture tells QTV about the ministry's efforts to facilitate farmers' access to affordable fertilizer.
Those plans are on to provide fertilizer for ongoing period, not only for maybe rainy season, but there are plans. And we are going according to the plans. Probably it will take some time before we reach to the plan.
Will it take a long time?
That's not our wish for it to take a long time, because we want to answer to the call of the farmers.
With high level of poverty among Gambian farmers, poor rainfall due to climate change, heavy dependence on primitive tools for farming, and Gambians' reliance on agriculture for employment and survival, the sector demands more priority investment for a mechanized, large-scale farming practices and economic growth. Lamin Choi for QTV News.
8 tractors worth $51 million was on Friday commissioned by the Gambia Ports Authority. The tractors are meant to enhance smooth transportation and movement of goods and containers for quick service delivery. Bintu Koka reports.
Costing €1.7 million, the new tractor trailers and container handlers will make transportation of heavy containers and other goods easy and help reduce congestion at the ports. Mr. Usainu Job, Acting Director, Technical Services, says a proper functioning port needs equipment and good infrastructure. He adds that they are aware of the challenges at the ports and will endeavor to render better services.
Providing better service to the Gambians. But the port cannot do it alone. I will use this opportunity to call on Gambians, particularly the port community, the shippers, the customs, the individuals coming, sending their materials to the shippers. It's the port. It's for the Gambia. And it is only Gambians who can make it to be a better port. We're calling all Gambians, let's unite.
Mr. Job further says that proper procurement regulations were followed to purchase the equipments. Lamin Toure, Deputy Director, Operations and Logistics, says the management is prepared to make operation efficient and reliable at the ports.
We are ready, and we are ready to challenge, to face the challenge for the expected growth in traffic that GPA is looking for.
Bakari Jiba, custom official at GRA, says the development at port is a step in the right direction.
Without these machines, our operations will be slow. A lot of obstacles will be there, which they said time is money. And I think ports are also in the right direction in providing all those facilities for customs to be able to facilitate trade in the most possible and quick manner and environment.
The Gambia Ports authorities say their staff are already trained on how to operate and maintain the tractors. Bintu Koka, QTV News.
A victim whose 3 years, 7 months old child suffocated and died of smoke inhalation after a fire completely destroyed a family house at Brikama Nyambai has received financial support from Buyam UK Development Association. Amadou Oba witnessed the presentation and files in this report.
The fire incident happened on the 12th of December 2019. According to residents, the cause of the inferno is still unclear, as a full report of the investigation is not yet out. Thinking that it was a safe place to hide, the little boy who died took cover behind a sofa instead of running outside as rescuers desperately tried to find him during the fire outbreak. Presenting the donation on behalf of the Buyam UK Development Association, Musa Amulnyasi, an ambassador of the association, explains how the support emanated.
They were following the stories and they built the interest of seeing how they share the sorrow with him. This is why today I am here on their behalf to give a token to Mr. Ture to support him and to show to him that they are also in solidarity with him during this difficult moment.
Mr. Nyasi says the donation will go a long way in meeting some of the immediate family needs and expressed optimism for more support.
We will see a similar gesture from the Buyam community in the United States, because these two sister associations are working hand in glove in ensuring that issues that are pertinent to the welfare and development of their communities, they make sure that they play a very important role. So I would not be surprised that the next moment round, such a gesture would be seen giving to him, coming from the people of Buyam in the United States of America.
Demba Ture, the victim, says the Gambia Fire and Rescue Services report indicates that the fire was caused by an electric short circuit. He also says the police promised to launch an investigation into the matter, although he is yet to receive that report. He further explained what he is going through since the incident happened.
It's difficult. It's a difficult moment. It's just like if you come fresh to the earth, because all our things are bound into ashes, and much more a life which cannot be recovered anymore. It's lost.
The Gambia Society of Microbiology was launched on Thursday at the MRC Unit The Gambia at London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. Ajibinto Drame reports.
The Gambia Society of Microbiology is an independent, non-profit making and professional national organization that aims to fight against improper usage of antibiotics, as the death toll is expected to rise in the future. According to WHO, it is estimated that there are over 700,000 deaths from antibiotic-resistant bacteria, and the number is estimated to increase in around 10 million per year in 2050. The theme for the launching, "The Threat of Antimicrobial Resistance is Real, Time to Act," aims to pioneer activities of advancing microbiology, health and well-being of Gambians. Ignatius Balde, representative of the Minister of Health, says everyone should take the responsibility to disseminate information on appropriate antibiotic usage. Mr. Balde further adds that the association should engage stakeholders, most especially pharmacists and prescribers.
I can attest to the culture in our society of irrational antibiotic usage. As a clinician, it is often that I have had patients who present with severe infections caused by multi-drug resistant organisms. After such individuals have had inappropriate therapy through self-medication or by unauthorized individuals. Hence, the problem goes beyond our hospitals to the whole wider society. I stand here to challenge every one of us to take this fight head on.
Usman Seka, president of Gambia Society of Microbiology, says plans are set to raise more awareness on microbiology, especially in schools, and also influence government decisions. He emphasized that it is time to take action on antibiotic resistance and ensure medical practitioners know the dangers and address the issue. He states that the irrational usage of antibiotics and easy access should be addressed.
It is important that we tell everybody that the threat of antibiotics is real, it is here, and it is killing. So it is important that we put all hands on deck to make sure that medical practitioners also know about this, especially in the field of pharmacies, pharmacology, those who dispense drugs. That is important that we raise their level of awareness and also probably impact on professionalism in dispensing antibiotics.
Dr. Davis Wakama, head of laboratory management, says that the inadequate microbiotic labs is a challenge and the available ones are unequipped. He talks on the evolving science of microbiology in diagnosis and research.
There is also the fact that in the last 25 years or more, there has been no new class of antibiotics developed. There needs to be a lot of effort. In one of the workshops I attended, it became clear that microbiology is really at the core of our existence. Those principles still remain, that the specific organism causing a disease must be present in the diseased organism and absent in healthy ones, and that you can isolate it in pure culture and reintroduce it into a healthy animal and duplicate the disease.
Antibiotics has enabled humans to live longer, safer and healthier lives. However, in recent times, it is alarming that the emerging resistance of common bacteria and inappropriate usage is significantly endangering the roles of antibiotic as a treatment option. Ajibintu Drame, QTV News.
We will go with a short commercial break, and when we return, working to keep fit and stay healthy, we hear about how Work for Health The Gambia is promoting a healthy lifestyle. Also, we hear about how one school in Nigeria generates its own electricity after getting fed up with frequent power cuts. Join us after the break for these stories and more.
Oh yes! QCell has exhausted the number 3 series, the 50, 51, 52 and 53 number series. We are expanding and introducing another new number series, starting with 58 and 59. With the 58 and 59 numbers, you can call any QCell number for the same on-net charges. You get the same great service at the exact same charges offered to numbers in the 3, 50, 51, 52 and 53 series. The family is even bigger now. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, others follow.
Welcome back. A 4.5-kilometer walk was organized on Saturday by Work for Health The Gambia in commemorating its first anniversary. The aim is to promote a healthy lifestyle through physical activity.
Less activity and high consumption of food containing fat, physical exercise including working regularly, may be the best form of keeping fit. For the last 1 year, these people have been conducting workouts at least 8 kilometers every Saturday, beginning with just 40 individuals. Memberships has now increased to more than 200.
Bés bi tey nga xam ne mooy suñ benn at di Work for Health Celebrating 1 year today gives us a great pleasure. Our numbers are growing rapidly.
Research has shown that non-communicable diseases such as hypertension, diabetes and stroke are prevalent in both young and adults due to high intake of fatty foods and other unhealthy lifestyle. Without physical exercise and living a healthy lifestyle, one is highly likely to suffer from one of these diseases.
I'm seeing myself that I'm reducing weight. So I know that it's helpful, so I will continue to do it until I reduce myself.
Are you very much active while at school? Do you work? Do you play football or do you do any other sports?
Yeah, I do it.
What sports do you do?
Football.
There is often a saying that a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. Momodu Gassama, program officer of the WHO in the Gambia, shared this belief.
This is something that we cherish, and we will really rally behind you, and as a WHO and the UN together, we will all work together with government and to make sure that this becomes a continuity and it becomes even a national event.
One of the most active members of Work for Health, Vicente Gomez, says that the only way to prevent non-communicable diseases like diabetes and hypertension is through exercise. For him, working is the best way to shed extra calories.
If you think I'm broke, that's why I'm working, that's your thinking. But that's not what defines me. At the end of the day, I will be younger than you, even though you are older than me. So I may be younger than you, even though I am older than you. So it is up to you to either choose to be healthy or to be wealthy and then later look for wealth. I would rather be healthy and get my wealth than actually be wealthy and be looking for my health.
Bintu Koka, QTV News.
In international news, the Arab League has rejected a Middle East peace plan put forward by U.S. President Donald Trump. It said the plan would not lead to a just deal for both sides. In a communique, the Arab League said it would not cooperate with the U.S. to execute the plan because it does not meet the minimum rights and aspirations of Palestinian people. The Pan-Arab bloc also said Israel should not implement the initiative by force. Trump's long-awaited proposal for Israeli-Palestinian peace would allow Israel to annex all its West Bank settlements, something that the Palestinians and most of the international community view as illegal. It also allows for an annexation of the Jordan Valley, which accounts for roughly a quarter of the West Bank. If Donald Trump's plan goes through, Israel will control the state's borders and airspace, as well as maintain overall security authority. Also, in international news, fed up with frequent power cuts, one school in Nigeria now generates its own electricity. The initial investment is paying off, and the school encourages children to value a sustainable future. According to reports, the solar energy project has exceeded the expected electricity output by more than 10%, which provides electricity to all the school facilities. The solar power system is made up of 100 Suntech 130-watt solar panels, pure sine wave inverters, maximum power point tracking charge controllers, and a bank of 42 deep cycle batteries. Before we end this bulletin, let's take a quick look at our main stories. In local news, President Barrow on Friday received in audience the U.S. ambassador to the Gambia and also the top brass of the University of The Gambia. Promoting mechanized farming, the Ministry of Agriculture gave farming implements to 15 communities in the Central River region. 8 new tractors worth $51 million was commissioned by the Gambia Ports Authority. A fire victim whose 3 years 7 months old child suffocated and died of smoke inhalation received financial support from a UK-based Gambian organization. In international news, the Arab League have rejected Donald Trump's Israeli-Palestinian peace plan. That's all we have for you in this edition of the news. Join us tomorrow for more news. Thank you for watching.